Hello children, welcome to your science class. In our last class we have finished our soil chapter, right? Where we have discussed about the properties of soil, and you found the different properties of soil from the chapter, right? Yes, very good. Today we are going to start a new chapter. First of all, I have to show you some pictures. Are you ready to watch it? Yes, very good. See children. Here you can see plants, a cute baby and a tiger, right? A plant is here, a baby is here, a tiger. What is the common feature of this? What is the common feature of these things? Plant, baby and a tiger. Yes, very good. All of them are living things. That means all of them are organisms. You all knew what is organism, right? Organisms are the living things. Here plant is an organism. Plant is a living thing. Here cute baby is this baby is an organism. And this tiger is an organism, because they all are living things. They are the organisms. Okay? While you observe them, when you observe them, you can find they have their own structure, right? Plant has, look, it's a structure. This baby has, it's a structure. Okay? Then this tiger has structure. That means they have their own structure. They are the organisms and they have their own structure, right? Organisms have their own structure. Because of cells. Organisms have cells in their body. All the organisms are made up of cells. I am the organism, right? Because I am the living things. You are the organism because you are the living things, and we made up of cells. Our body is made up of cells. Okay, that means each organisms have cells in their body, and cells provide structure for the body of organism. Cells provide structure to the body of organism. I hope you understood about the cells, right? Okay, now let me ask you a question. Here now you found a plant, a baby and a tiger, right? They have different cells in their body. And that cells help them to do many functions. So we can say that cells are the functional unit of our body and cells are the structural unit of our body. The structural and functional unit of organisms are the cells, because cells helps to do many functions in our body, and that cells provide us what? Structure. Okay, we have a structure in our body, right? That structure also provided by cells. So we can say that cells are the structural and functional unit of organisms. Cells are the structural and functional units of organisms. Look here. So, what are cells? Cells are the structural and functional units of organisms. Cells are the structural and functional units of organisms, because that cells helps to perform many functions in the body of organisms. Cells helps to perform many functions. Here you can see nutrition is one of the functions of organism, right? Transportation, reproduction, excretion. Such type of functions are performed by cells. Such type of functions are performed in the body of organisms by cells. That's why we can say that the cells are the structural and functional units of organisms. Understand? Yes, very good. Dear children, cells performs all the functions by energy. You know, our body can do all the functions by energy, right? Yes. In cells, the energy produced by a process. That process is called cellular respiration. That means in cells, energy produces by a process. That process is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. Now let us discuss about the cellular respiration. What is cellular respiration? The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. We know that energy is produced by food, right? Energy is produced by food. Okay, here the breakdown of food is happened where inside the cell with the help of, with the release of what? With the release of energy. For the release of energy, that is called cellular respiration. It takes place inside the cell, right? Yes, very good. Okay, there are two types of cellular respiration, my dear. There are two types of cellular respiration. First one is called aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Second one is called anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Now let us have a discussion about the aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. When the breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen is called aerobic respiration. We already mentioned that energy produced by the breakdown of food or breakdown of glucose, right? Okay, if the breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen, if there is a presence of oxygen, that is called aerobic respiration. Okay, when breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen is called aerobic respiration. So we can say that aerobic respiration happens in the presence of oxygen to produce energy. Clear? Yes. Then what is anaerobic respiration? See children, when breakdown of glucose occurs in the absence of oxygen. In the absence of oxygen without using oxygen. This is called anaerobic respiration. The breakdown of glucose occurs in the absence of oxygen is called anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Clear? Understand? Yes, very good. Now let us try to find out the examples for the organisms, those who are doing the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. In human case, we always use oxygen. We always use oxygen to produce energy, right? So we can say that humans are doing aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Humans, plants, animals are the examples of the organisms, those who are doing the aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Clear? Yes. What about the anaerobic respiration? Have you heard about the yeast organism? Yeast. Yes, some bacteria. Yeast and bacteria are the examples of the organisms, those who are doing the anaerobic respiration. Those who are doing the anaerobic respiration. Yeast, bacteria are the examples. Such type of organisms are called anaerobes. Anaerobes. So what is anaerobes, my dear? Yes, anaerobes are the organisms. They produce energy in their body. By what? By anaerobic respiration. Such type of organisms are producing energy by anaerobic respiration. They can produce energy by anaerobic respiration. Such type of organisms are called anaerobes. Anaerobes. In the absence of what? In the absence of oxygen. In the absence of oxygen. You understand, right? Yes, very good. Now let us have a discussion about that. No, what are the changes happen in our body during aerobic and anaerobic respiration? The changes happen inside the cell during aerobic and anaerobic respiration. During aerobic respiration, the glucose, glucose is one of the major nutrients produced in our body after digestion, right? Yes, that glucose breaks with the use of what? Oxygen. With the use of oxygen, right? Because it is an aerobic respiration, that's why. Glucose breaks to form energy, carbon dioxide and water. Here glucose breaks. Okay, breakdown of glucose happen here. With the use of what? With the use of oxygen, and produce energy along with what? Carbon dioxide and water. Along with carbon dioxide and water. Okay. Then in anaerobic respiration, the glucose breaks without the use of oxygen. Without the use of oxygen, the breakdown of glucose happen here and produce energy inside the cell along with alcohol and carbon dioxide. Understand? So these are the changes happen during aerobic and anaerobic respiration in our body. Aerobic and anaerobic respiration in our body. You understand, right? Yes, very good. Now we have to differentiate the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. What are the difference between them? No? Shall we have a discussion about that? Look here, my dear. Aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. It takes place in the absence of oxygen. Clear? Yes. In aerobic respiration, no large amount of energy is produced. In human body, in animals, in plants, large amount of energy is produced by aerobic respiration. But in anaerobic respiration, no, less amount of energy is produced. Less amount of energy is produced in anaerobic respiration. Okay. Yes, the third point. In aerobic respiration, carbon dioxide and water is produced along with energy. But in anaerobic respiration, alcohol and carbon dioxide is produced along with energy. Third point. In aerobic respiration, carbon dioxide and water is produced along with energy. But in anaerobic respiration, alcohol and carbon dioxide is produced along with energy. Understand? So these are the major difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. You got it right? Yes, very good.